That moment, the announcement day with the beakers and the vials and the crowds and everything, in that moment my whole life was going to change. I entered a contest in July called the Month at the Museum contest at the Museum of Science and Industry. Over 1,500 people applied for one position for the privilege to live in the museum for a month and sort of be, how am I describing it? An explorer, reporter, ambassador.
The only one of these in existence. The keys and the all-access pass to every nook and cranny of this museum. Month at the museum starts now.
So I signed up for this because it sounded like a great adventure, and I will try anything once.
Come on. This is really hard.
And I love students, and I knew a big portion of this was going to be interacting with students. There's almost too many best parts to really pick a best one. I'm very privileged in that I get personalized tours of a lot of the exhibits, and I have the privilege of having breakfast with Jim Lovell by the Apollo 8, famous astronaut Jim Lovell. When I need to, I'm very good at focusing on my work and getting things done on my computer and sort of ignoring the fact that my walls are clear. But every so often there'll be someone who is under 3 feet tall who will wander up to my desk and they just have these big curious eyes, and I have to pause what I'm doing and wave at them because it's just impossible not to.
Can you imagine if you had a whole month just to hang out in here?
I love it.
Yeah, see? It's pretty great.
Almost everyone who asks me about my experience here wants to know what it's like at night, and almost everyone has this idea in their head that it's terribly spooky and I wander around like Nancy Drew with a flashlight and I find ghosts in every corner. There have been a couple nights it's been completely quiet, and I find that very calming.
Sleeping in the smart home.
Some of the places I've been able to stay overnight have included the hamster wheel in the U exhibit. I slept over in the U-505 one night, the German submarine, and tonight I will be sleeping in the smart home, a completely fully functioned house on the museum grounds, which is done with all green technology and all sustainable lifestyle choices. This is a quilt my mom made for me, and it goes on every overnight adventure with me, so that even when I'm far away from home, I can feel just a little more comfortable. But really some of the best moments have been, for example, I was in a learning lab and we were learning about chemicals and we were shaking things, and it was very fun. But at the very end of it, this 5th grader turned to me and he, with a total look of amazement and surprise, and he just said, "Oh, that was really fun." And I said, "Yeah, it was." And you could just see that a whole new world opened up for him. And those are the kind of stories that people remember, those moments in their life.
Morning.
And that's been really moving for me, to just be able to experience that with people and see that happening.